Good evening. How is everybody doing? Good evening. Thank you for being here with us in this our ELAC meeting. I am Mr. Diaz, Assistant Principal at Santa Maria High School. Today is March 3rd, and I want to introduce our ELAC members present. First, we have Catalina Gonzalez, Vice President. And then we have the President, Aurelio Hernandez. And we have the Secretary, Victor Rodriguez. Let us begin by going over the agenda for the evening. The President will read it for us. Oh, good evening. Santa Maria High School ELAC agenda, March 3rd, 2021. Number 1, welcome and introduction, Mr. Diaz. 2, review agenda by President Aurelio. Number 3, minutes from previous meeting, Mr. Victorio. 4, canvas videos. 5, testing by Ms. Subdirector Payan. 6, reopening, Subdirector Diaz. 7, graduation, Subdirector Diaz. 8, questions. 9, meeting conclusion. 10, next meeting, May 5th. Thank you. We need 2 motions to approve the agenda. The first motion, please. I, Catalina, will make the first motion. I, Victoria Rodriguez, will second the motion. Thank you. Is anybody against? Nobody's against. The motion passes and the agenda is approved. Now we're going to have Victoria read the minutes from the last meeting. Thank you. Good evening. Meeting began at 6 p.m. Ivan Diaz, Assistant Principal, welcomed parents to the meeting and introduced the ELAC officers. Mr. Aurelio Hernandez, President, read the agenda for the meeting. 2 motions were made to approve the agenda. All were in favor. First motion, Catalina Gonzalez. Second motion, Victoria Rodriguez. Approval of minutes from November 4th, 2020 meeting. Victoria Rodriguez, ELAC Secretary, read the minutes from meeting held on November 4th, 2020. Introduction of our new community liaison. Teresa Luna was introduced as the new community liaison at Santa Maria High School. Teresa welcomed parents to the meeting and encouraged parents to contact her with any questions and concerns they may have. Registration. Monica Polan, Assistant Principal, thanked parents for attending the meeting. Ninth grade registration is currently taking place, and parents were encouraged to register their current 8th grade students before the deadline, February 26, 2021. They could use the Santa Maria High School webpage. Current 9th, 10th, and 11th graders are completing their class registration for next year in their English class. All 12th grade students are currently completing their FAFSA or California Dream Act financial aid, so they may continue their education. The Lions Club is sponsoring a competition with all senior classes this year. They will be donating the cap and gown to all students whose class has 100% completed financial aid applications. Parents were reminded to reach out to their student's counselor with any questions and concerns. Canvas. Canvas presentation has been rescheduled for March 3rd. Attendance. Mr. Diaz informed parents to call the attendance office if their student is not able to attend class. Attendance office phone and fax numbers were announced and are listed on the Santa Maria High School webpage. Parents need to contact the attendance office for any corrections. Parents need to notify counselors and attendance office if their student will have a prolonged absence. Parents were encouraged to register on Parent Square. Questions. Mr. Diaz asked parents to call or email their questions to the phone and email on their screen. All questions will be answered at the next meeting. Next ELAC meeting is scheduled for March 3rd. Two motions were made to adjourn the meeting. All voted in favor. First motion, Mr. Aurelio Hernandez. Second motion, Mr. Victorio Rodriguez. Meeting adjourned at 6:30 p.m. Thank you. We do need a motion to approve this minutes. I, Catalina, make the first motion. Thank you. I, Aurelio, make the second motion. Thank you. All in favor? No one against? So the motion passes and the minutes are approved. Next up is a presentation of videos that can help you learn and know your students' grades in Canvas and how. Well, we're going to start the first one. The first one is about Canvas. Parents, once you log in Canvas as an observer on your student's account, you will have the ability to view their grades in their course. Please be aware that all official grades are recorded in Aeries. This means that the grade recorded in Aeries is the grade that goes on your student's transcript. We recommend that teachers hide the grade summary for students' grades in Canvas. I will explain why in just a moment. From the home page, there's a button on the right-hand side that says View Grades. Depending on how many things are listed right here on the right-hand side, you may need to scroll down to see this button. Once you've clicked on the button, it will list all of the students' classes. This is current classes as well as previous classes. So make sure that when you're clicking on them, you're clicking on the course that the student is enrolled in currently. When you see score with double dash here, what that means is that the teacher has set in the overall percentage. When you see the percentage right here, please use caution as you view this is not an accurate representation of the student's grade. This is why we encourage teachers to hide the overall percentage in Canvas. Let's click on the course name and see why in Canvas. There's a button right here that's default to check on. And what this button says is to calculate your grades based only on graded assignments. This is fine except for the fact that if you have a student with missing work, it will show an inflated grade. So right now, as it said on the front, it's showing that the student's grade is 93, almost a 94%. When I uncheck this box, the grade suddenly drops down to 68%. Likely this is the grade that's shown in Aeries. This is a more accurate grade. Unfortunately, we cannot change this default. When you look at the student's grade, regardless of whether they show the percent or not, you can see the title of each assignment, the due date, its status, the score the student earned, how many points it was worth, and if there's any feedback. As we scroll down, we could see that the student has done well on most of their assignments, which is why the score was 93%. You can see that the several assignments were turned in late. You could see that there's at least one missing assignment. You can see that there's a feedback for an assignment, and as we get further down, you can see that there's much missing work. When you see a score next to the assignment tag is missing, what that means is that the assignment was turned in outside of the Canvas, or that the teacher manually gave the student this many points, but the work was not actually submitted in Canvas. Let's go and get some more information. So I have an assignment here that has some feedback. Let's click on the title of the assignment. I can see that the assignment was turned in late. I could see the date it was turned in. I could see the files that have been uploaded, and I could see the teacher's comments, and I could see from the teacher and what time the teacher gave that feedback. Canvas is a great place to look and see the scores on individual assignments and how the student is doing on individual assignments. Because of this default setting, which ignores missing assignments, Canvas is not the best place to look for the overall student's grade. Please remember to check official student grades in Aeries. Thank you. The second video we will see is how to get your Aeries or register for Aeries. Hello, my name is Cherry Coates. I am the Tosha for Rickety High School, and I'm here to show you how to change your parent password if you had gotten logged out of your parent Aeries account. So I'm starting at the district webpage so you can see the address up here at the top, smjhs dot d.k12.ca. On the top right here we have this icon, and this will lead you to the resource page. On the resource page, in the scroll down just a little bit, and I am looking for the Aeries portal icon that is meant for parents and students, and I am going to click that. So here we are. If you're typing an email address and getting an error that says your password is incorrect, what do you need to do? Well, after you try it a few times, to make sure you're correct, is to go through the forgot password. Okay, so we can click forgot password here underneath, and are going to put in the email address that you have used in order to create your account when you registered your student for school. But first, let's try this with an incorrect email address first. So if I put in the wrong email address, considering maybe you may have more than one account, if it does not match your account, you will be told that the address is wrong. So take a look. Make sure you don't have a typo. So if you want to think about maybe another email address that you might have used, you will put it in my email address. And now I'm going to put in my email address. So now that shows that it has worked. I'm going to get this step 2 box. This one can be a little confusing, so I'm going to suggest that you ignore this for now. You will now need to go to the email address that you had and check your email because you will receive an email from your Aeries. Okay, so I already have my open, and as you can see right here, I have an email from Aeries, and it is for me to reset my account password. So I'm going to click here where it says click here, and now that step 2 box comes up again, except everything is filled in for me. So I'm going to hit next and put in what I want the password to be. So make sure you remember it, or if you have a little place that you can keep this is as notes. Make sure you keep track of the fact that this is the email account that you will be using and what the password is. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And it will tell me that my password has been changed. Once you have successfully changed your password, you should log in right away to make sure that it is what you want it to be. So you have successfully logged in. So this is the third and last video, which is how to register your Canvas. We have received many questions from parents on how to access Canvas. To do so, you must create a parent account. Start at the school district website, smjuhst.k12.ca.us. The right side of the screen, go to the people icon, scroll down on the links page until you see the Canvas icons. There are two icons. The white one is for staff and students. The dark blue purple icon is for parents. When you click on the parents icon, it will take you to Canvas sign in page. The first step is to create your Canvas account. Click on the link to create the account. Enter your name, your email address, and the password you choose. Re-enter the same password. Then you will be asked for a student pairing code. To find your student pairing code, your student must be signed into Canvas. From your student's Canvas account, they need to go to the account icon. It's directly right under the Santa Maria boat, and it looks like a person. From there, you will go to Settings. On the right side of Settings page, they will have a button that says Pair with Observer. When they click on the Pair with Observer button, it will give a code. This is the code that you need to copy and paste exactly as printed on the student pairing code line. Each parent will have a different pairing code. Then you will click the box to agree to the terms of use and finally click the blue button to start participating. If you would like to watch these videos again and all the others that have been recorded, please visit the school website. The videos are in English, Spanish, and Mixteco. Next, now we're going to talk about the state testing. The tests are tests that students have to take in this month and the months that I'm going to point out here right now in a second. As you can see that there are some that are April 13th, 14th, and those are not secure dates. But the month of April is sure that they'll be testing. We're going to be doing the exams for English in April, the exams for math in April, and the periods you see here, they are the correct periods. It's going to be one periods 1 through 4 and then 5 through 7, but the dates are not the right dates. They might change, but we are going to do math in April. We're going to do cast in April. And this is the first schedule. And the second one you see here will be this exams in the same months, but in different dates, and they will be provided or given on the periods 1 through 4 and 5 to 7. So math will be given in certain days of April, and the cast will be given in May. Like I said before, different dates. They will be given on the periods 1 through 4, and then on certain other dates, periods 5 to 7. So when all this is ready, we will put it on the school website so you can read them and get the right dates. So now, next on the agenda are the is a plan on when the students are returning to school and when are we going to do the graduations. For at the moment, we don't have all the information. You know that everything keeps changing day by day. So we do have the message, and you have to remember the message that we received by Superintendent Garcia, which will give us more details and better idea after the next board meeting on March 9th. We will have more information after that, and we will be able to provide you with that information when we acquire it. So the last item on the agenda is if you have questions. Um, you have the email address here on for Mrs. Luna Rojas and the phone number. And also if anybody has questions here at the meeting. Yes, I have a question. Would you be able to tell me how the ELAC money is used or spent? Yes, this is information that we can provide to you in parts. That is, the money is used in many areas, places. So we have to make a meeting specific for that. If you like, we can put it for the May meeting. Is that okay? Yes, that is okay. That's fine. Thank you. So with that information, we're going to continue on our next meeting, May 5th. Do we have a motion? I, Aurelio, give the first motion. Thank you. Who is going to give the second motion? I, Catalina, will second the motion. Thank you, ma'am. Is there anyone against? Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.